The music of R. Kelly and Michael Jackson is everywhere. Radio, TV, movies, even schools and churches. And New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio is learning firsthand that with sex allegations against both men, listening to their music can spark controversy. While visiting a South Carolina church on Sunday, a trip many consider to be part of his plan to run for president, the mayor found himself moving to the music of R. Kelly's I Believe I Can Fly. The mayor's office said he didn't know it was an R. Kelly song, but it got us thinking, is it still okay to listen to R. Kelly and Michael Jackson, given how serious the allegations are against them? Our own Nate Rogers took to the streets of New York City to see what you thought.
Bill, throughout the years, multiple celebrities have been accused of sex crimes, and you often wonder if you're doing the right thing by continuing to support their work. Now, in the case of R. Kelly, a third tape surfacing over the weekend allegedly showing the R&B star having sex with minors. This, coupled with decades of sexual abuse allegations, forces fans to take a stand one way or another. Do you think we should still listen to his music?
Well, it's not his music that's in trouble. Him himself is in trouble.
All of his history, it's depressing to hear. Yeah, so I can't follow that anymore.
I like his music, that's it. His problem is something personal. I have nothing to do with that.
For me, I've always listened to his music, and it's always going to be a legendary, regardless of what's going on.
Many saying the same, Bill, innocent until proven guilty. But what about the case of Bill Cosby, who was convicted of sex crimes?
It's a little guilt. It's a little guilt. But
tell me why.
I grew up on Bill Cosby. I watched Bill Cosby from Fat Albert, to now. So I look at him different now.
Bill, experts say it's okay to distinguish disgraced celebrities from their craft and support them, but you must prepare for whatever reaction comes with that.
If you're going to do it, be mindful that some people are going to disagree with you and be ready to have a thoughtful conversation.
Bill, Dr. Jenny Christoner also says leaders should err on the side of caution when publicly supporting someone accused of sex crimes. It could offend sexual assault victims if in the audience. In Queens, I'm Nate Rogers for Chasing News.
Thanks, Nate. All right, let's bring in tonight's 8+ panel. We are joined by Republican strategist Allison Young. Good to see you, Allison.
Hey, thanks, Bill.
And radio talk show host and Democratic strategist Garland Nixon. Good to see you, Garland.
Great to be here.
Let's first talk about the music. Michael Jackson, R. Kelly. You heard what a lot of folks had to say. Recurring theme, innocent till proved guilty. What do you think?
Well, yeah, but I still think that with this, particularly when you talk about art, I think it has to be a personal decision. I don't have a problem with someone saying I will or I won't listen to R. Kelly or Michael Jackson, but I do have a problem with somebody telling me that I'm wrong if I choose to.
Allison, what do you think? I mean, I took what the psychologist had to say, and it annoyed me, to be honest, because why should you have to worry about what everybody else is thinking? Clearly, it didn't bother anybody in that church in South Carolina.
Are you kidding? That's where we are right now. Everyone's offended by everything that you or I do on a daily basis, Bill. That's why she's saying that you need to worry about it. Is it nonsense? Sure. Maybe the conversation we should be having is, why doesn't Hollywood or the recording industry have standards for their recording artists, like, say, some industries like the NFL do? If you're going to participate, you actually need to be a role model and take that seriously.
So, Garland, have we gotten to this point where if you're accused of something, anything, that's it? You get suspended, we don't want to see you anymore, you're wiped out of the public sphere.
I don't know about that, and especially those standards, because if we had like drug standards, we wouldn't have like any of the best music in the world. Not that I'm like against drugs. I'm just saying, let's not cut out all of the standards.
Now, she did specifically say you could be in the company of victims of sexual abuse,
right.
But even with that, I say nonsense, because I can't be aware of every story behind every single person if I'm listening to music and I'm walking down the street.
I totally agree with you, but we are in a space and time where you almost have to be, and no matter what you do or say, it's going to get criticized. So this pastor who plays an R. Kelly song in church, I'm sure is going to maybe not take a hit from his congregation, but from the local community, they're going to say, what are you doing raising up a pedophile in church?
De Blasio a serious candidate for president?
I don't think so. I don't think so. There are already like 16 or 17 people in the race. It's getting late. Biden's going to announce this week. He's just going to get lost in the pack, I think.
I like Mayor de Blasio, but I think he's got a considerably a better chance of flapping his arms and flying back to New York than he does of getting elected to president.
All right. Thanks, guys.